Boys, we are going to be doing our NFL Honors Awards for the midseason of the NFL season. Gentlemen, I hope we're ready. We're going to be going all the way down the line, every single NFL Honors Award. We did this before the season started, but midway through the season feels like a perfect time to do this once again. So, without further ado, do we want to start with MVP or do we want to start with one of the lower tier awards and end with MVP? Is the real question here.
We can do it backwards. Maybe go
I'm
to
thinking-
Protector
I
of the
like-
Year.
I like
I'm thinking
lower
Protector
tiers.
first. I'm thinking we go,
Yeah,
bottom
Protector
to
would
top
be
here.
Crazy.
I
Yeah.
like it. I like it a lot.
Anybody have a idea in mind or ready to go for this one?
I'm just going to throw it out there, just like I did before the season started for Protector of the Year. I genuinely think for the first one, it's going to be an older player who would have won it before. That's just my little, tinfoil hat theory, because obviously there's so many amazing players over the years who would have gotten this award that, won't at this point because they're either old or, there's really good young talent in the NFL at the tackle position and stuff now. So I want to go someone maybe like, will it go to guards or is it, I'd assume it goes to guards too, right? Like it's not just
I know
tackles.
where you're going.
Because I got to go Quentin Nelson, straight up.
Yes.
I would say Trent
Yes,
Williams.
I
Trent
think
Williams would be
that's a
my
smart
number
one.
one answer because I've said it all the time. I think he's truly the best tackle of all time. But I got to go Quentin Nelson here. I think you would think that guards would be in here, but tackle is obviously the more important position because you have the blind side and obviously the right side of the line. But I'm going to go Quentin Nelson here. If it's not him, just give me Penei Sewell, straight up. Those are my two choices right there. But I'm going Quentin Nelson, number one.
Those are good ones.
Thank you.
Along those lines, I was kind of thinking Trent Williams for the 49ers. Like you said,
Yeah, exactly.
experienced guy, older.
Hall of
You know,
Famer.
I think a lot of these awards are going to go to players on really, really good teams. The Niners have looked pretty good. I mean, Mac Jones is leading them to a positive record right now. They're looking not too bad, even though they're really banged up. So I could see Trent Williams. I think that's what I said before the season started as well. But I also think along that line, you could probably pick any of the Eagles' offensive linemen. Like this award basically was created because, or not only because of, Kelsey. Jason Kelsey, but I think that again, we're going to see the Eagles be the best or one of the best teams in the NFL, especially in the NFC. I could see someone like Lane Johnson winning the award as well, since I think that Eagles O-line is really good, and
Yep.
they're going to get a lot of.
Lane's been hurt a little bit this year too, hasn't he? Though
I don't know.
I believe that was one of the things that's like slowed them down the first few weeks of the season is Lane being hurt. But I might be wrong on that. I know a few Eagles players on the O-line were hurt, but I might be misremembering. Regardless, I'm glad we both agree on Trent. I mean, I feel like he could get it. It just seems like one of those things where the first one is going to be like a ceremonious type thing for an older player that would have deserved it back in the day. But we'll see. Schmeeks, who's your pick?
I like Trent or Quentin as well. I'm not going to be too
My man.
I think I'm going to throw something out here that's
If you
not
say
going
a
to be
fucking
well
Seahawk.
received.
Yep.
Not.
Big surprise.
I think
It's always a
Abe
damn
Lucas.
Seahawk.
I think. I'm just saying you don't have to do it now, but on a year where Sam Darnold's balling out, if you look up the Seahawks pass protection stats, they're holding up pretty well, and I think Abe Lucas, fresh off a contract, is kind of playing his heart out.
Well, and
He's
you guys
not
are
in the
looking
running
really good too.
At all, but I just want to say that name because Abe Lucas and Charles Cross are a huge part of this offense's success, and all I hear is, well, it's Seahawks O-line. This ain't the Seahawks O-line of old. We got some tackles.
All right.
With that in there, I'm going to throw Will Campbell into the bunch. No bias.
Oh, jeez. Shut up. Shut up.
Forrest Plump over here.
That 5-sack Myles Garrett performance really, really bolstered him.
Facts. You know ball. All right, our next award up, though, is going to be Comeback Player of the Year, boys. There's some very good choices in here. I believe my prediction before the season started was Trevor Lawrence. Not looking too hot right now. He's okay, but there's some big-time players this year. So I'll let Schmeek start with his, and then we'll go to Carter, and then to me for this one. Who are we thinking? Comeback Player of the Year.
I'm sticking with the guy I thought the star of the year for the exact reasons I thought, which was Dak Prescott. I saw a year with CD and Pickens being really an aggressive throwing year for him where he could get a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns. And I think that he's gonna get the win off that.
Okay. I like it. Can I just say one thing real quick? We can already lock in 2026 comeback player of the year. It's Joe Burrow for the third time, baby.
Joe Burrow.
They need to name the award after him at this rate. He's becoming the Peyton Manning of the comeback player of the year award.
I think you're ignoring the elephant eating crayons in the room.
Will
Cam Scattaboo.
They'll literally wheel him up there, and he'll be speaking gibberish for God's sakes.
It'll be Malik Neighbors next year. We know it.
No, it's Burrow.
I actually am having a hard time thinking of someone else besides Dak. I think Dak was one of my answers before the season started, but he looks like he is playing like an MVP quarterback. The last 2 weeks he's been a little down, but I mean he still is playing pretty great, especially with how terrible their defense has been. So much is on his shoulders. He's playing his heart out. I would also go with Dak.
I like it. It's tough for me to choose between Christian McCaffrey and Dak, but those would be my two as of right now. I want to give an extra shout out to Aiden Hutchinson, though, who's also balling after destroying his leg towards the end of last year. I mean, last year he was on pace to win Defensive Player of the Year, and now he's doing great still. He looks really, really good. Doesn't even look like he had a setback last year. But for my money, I gotta go with either Dak or Christian. As of right now, I'll go Dak because most awards will swing towards the QB. But, I mean, they're both balling out. They both look really good. Christian is pretty much the whole offense right now for the Niners. So, I mean, he's on pace for a thousand season again, receiving and rushing. So, I mean, either one deserves it. Any three of those guys, I'd be happy to see get it. So, I'll go Dak right now, though.
And I have to say, with Christian at the start of the year, I was so critical, and I kept saying, well, the Niners, they lost all these pieces. They were terrible last year. What makes you think they're going to be good this year? And it's like God has given me an answer where he said, I'm going to take away every other player and leave Christian, and you will watch the 49ers go 5-3 with Kendrick Bourne, Mac Jones, dumping off to Christian McCaffrey while he scores touchdown. I mean, the guy's unbelievable.
He's sucking the life forces out of all of his teammates so he can survive longer.
He is, so he can stay healthy.
It's horrifying.
I have never been, and I just saw Mikael Williams. We were just talking about him this weekend. I said, man, I like, we can get to that later for Defensive Rookie of the Year. I said, man, he's stepping up with all these injuries. He's out for the year, torn ACL now. Everyone who's stepping up is going down now. I mean, the Niners,
everyone who's stepping up can no longer step.
It's insane. I've never seen such a team get so beat up, and they're still 5-3. Oh, man, crazy. Christian McCaffrey's a huge part of that. I love that for comeback player.
After comeback, though, we've got the Coach of the Year. Actually, Carter, you can start with yours. You haven't started yet, so go ahead. Make your case. Who's Coach of the Year for you?
I was thinking Kyle Shanahan, the coach for the 49ers, because of the reasons we just described. He's playing with a backup quarterback and a ton of injuries, and they are super competitive in their division right now. It just shows you that he is a mastermind, and he expects excellence, and they're reaching it. The other coach, I think Mike Vrabel, and that was one of our picks before the season started. It's his first year in New England, and they look like a serious defense, a team that wants to run the ball, but doesn't really have to run the ball because Drake May is playing so damn well.
Well, they can't. So.
Also true. Our second round running back isn't capable of stepping on the field, so.
In my mind, and then Shane Steichen for the Colts.
Yeah.
I mean, they are 7-2. They have looked really good, especially offensively. Their offense looks incredible. If they can continue to run the ball like until this last week, if they can continue to run the ball like they have, that team's going to be really hard to beat, I think. So I would probably go Colts, Niners, or Patriots, especially because two of those three teams did not have high expectations coming into this year.
Yeah,
they had a lot of changes. I mean, like your guys, Patriots, you had Drake May, but I mean, it's only his second year. Colts got Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson, and they went 7-2. Are you kidding me? And they had a couple of free agencies changes for their O-line and their defense. I think that it's pretty amazing to see where the Colts and Patriots are at. So I would say one of those three.
I couldn't agree more. I'm just going to pair what you said. Kyle Shanahan's my number one. The amount of injuries on that team, they've missed their two best players essentially, with Nick Bosa and Fred Warner now out for the season. Their QB's out. They have so many players out, and they're still winning games. I mean, I don't know how far they're going to make it. It's a great Cinderella story, though. So I'm excited to see how the season goes on. If this team somehow makes a playoff run, I mean, dude, I don't even know what I'm gonna freak out, honestly, in excitement. But Kyle Shanahan's my number one. Mike Vrabel's my number two. Both those teams are just humming along. So I absolutely love it. I love your Shane Steichen pick as well. So honestly, same rankings, 1, 2, 3. We got Niners, Patriots, Colts. Schmeeks, what are you thinking?
Yeah, so it's crazy because I love those picks. My preseason prediction was I said
Right.
the Broncos will win the division. They will take out the reigning Super Bowl contending Chiefs to win the West. And how can you not give Sean Payton the MVP or the Coach of the Year? And I still think they'll do it. But it's crazy that that's not even going to be the most impressive thing a coach has done this year.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I also, as a sleeper picked Mike McDonald because I was high on the Seahawks going into this year as a biased Seahawks fan.
No, you? No way. I wouldn't have seen
I
that
thought you were
coming.
doubting it
Wait.
for a
No
sec.
Are you actually a Seahawks fan?
So I thought the Seahawks could go and make some noise. And with all that being said, I think after a dominant performance by the Seahawks against the Commanders and a 6-2 season, I'm still looking back at these effing Niners who I cannot shake
Thank
off our trail,
God, dude.
who are 3-0 in the division.
I was gonna freak out.
It's like that South Park meme where Randy keeps getting up saying, "I don't hear no bell." I'm so sick and tired of these guys getting injuries. I said after Warner went down, I said I don't think that they're going to have. I think that was their emotional leader. He gives so much. He's omnipresent on the field. I don't think they're going to be defensive, and they just turn right around and they beat the Rams. I don't know what to do. They just are there, and they're scaring me. Even with all the Seahawks success, I'm scared of them. I think Shanahan should win this. I think Steichen probably will. And I think he has the better story, especially again with this season where they lost Jim Irsay. And the Colts are the number one seed, shocking the world. So I like Steichen and Shanahan a lot.
I like it. Our next one is going to be Defensive Rookie of the Year. And I'll start with this one. Abdul Carter. I mean, that Giants defense has completely changed with him on it. Brian Burns is also cooking so hard on that team. But
my goodness.
But yeah, he has 11 sacks right now. He's the sack leader in the NFL. But Abdul Carter, he looks really good. It's not exactly like a class that's like popping off right now, but Abdul Carter and the Giants defense have looked really good. So Abdul Carter, my number one pick. I'm not even going to give honorable mentions on it, honestly, but I'll go with Abdul for my number one.
Yeah, I would go with the same. I actually was trying to think of defensive rookies to name, and the next one up is Jahad Campbell for the Eagles.
Yeah.
And I don't really know how good of a season he's having, but I know that the Eagles defense has been pretty dang good. So I agree with you. I'd go Abdul Carter, but maybe Jahad Campbell, I guess, is in the running as well.
Yeah, underwhelming year. I really wanted to give a sleeper pick for Mikael Williams, just because with the Bosa injury, again, not to keep talking about the 49ers, thought he stepped up, tore his ACL today. He's not going to be contention. So I think you have to go off name value. I will say on this one, I was shocked to see that Eamon Wari for the Hawks was number 3 on the list. I think he's balling. I don't know if he's going to blow up the stats enough, but that'd be my fun pick, obviously. But yeah, I think it's probably going to go to Abdul Carter. Sorry.
Unashamed Seahawks fan here.
Well,
after that,
when you guys get your rookies in contention, you can pick them too.
I had Christian Gonzalez for exactly 3 weeks in 2023, and he broke his collarbone, and you best believe I was annoying about it. But we got Offensive Rookie of the Year up next. Who wants to go first?
It would have been Cam Scaraboo.
No, that's
his
completely
ankle
false.
went the wrong direction. I have to say, as I talked about before the season, everyone had high hopes for Genty. Genty is an amazing talent, but that offensive line sucks.
Terrible, horrendous.
Defense
it's so
is not
penis.
keeping them in games. It's so. I want it to be Genty, but I don't think it's going to be. I think even though he got a late start, right now I would pick Jackson Dart.
I agree.
He's playing smart. He's scoring touchdowns with his feet through the air. He's bringing a spark to New York. So I would go Jackson Dart, and I'm
Yep.
excited about it.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
My other choice would be Emeka Ibuka, but he's been hurt for a couple of the games now. He was having a phenomenal start to the season.
Crazy.
Phenomenal.
It was his to lose, and unfortunately, he
Yeah.
now lost it because he can't play. So yeah, I'll go Jackson Dart. It's kind of not an exciting year for rookie players, honestly, in my opinion. Overall,
Yeah.
every time Genty has the ball in his hands, he makes something happen. Every time Travis Hunter has the ball in his hands, he makes something happen. But there's just not enough opportunities. One for O-line and the other for snaps. So I think it's kind of just a down year. So I think it's going to be just two Giants rookies, honestly, which I didn't even think about until right now. Which will be the third time in the past couple of years, because we had the Texans doing that a couple of years ago with Will Anderson and C.J. Stroud, and the year before that we had Garrett Wilson and Colts legend Sauce Gardner.
Yes.
Yeah, very odd. Very odd.
Was it Garrett Wilson or was it Breece Hall?
It was Garrett Wilson.
It was Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
Garrett Wilson. What was crazy is that year, the other two rookies that were in contention were Tariq Woolen and Ken Walker. And I was so bitter that they lost. The Seahawks had two rookies that could have made it, and neither of them got it. So while we're talking about rookies, I know this guy technically isn't a rookie, but Jackson Smith.
Oh my
God. I'm just kidding.
I'm
I'm kidding. I wanted to say that. I couldn't get that out with a straight face.
I'm gonna kill you.
I was going to freak out.
Golly. Okay, we have.
Yeah.
He's having a great year. He deserves the award.
I literally looked it up
I don't know.
because I don't know with Schmeigs talking about his team 24/7. Tariq Woolen was third that year behind Aiden Hutchinson, and Kenneth Walker was right up there. So, I'll give you that. Oh,
yeah. I apologize if I lie so much that you had to validate that. I think Jackson.
I don't
Dart,
think you lie. You're just a Seahawks fan,
Oh, that's fair.
You also
just as bad.
Jackson Dart, it's his to lose. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
He's put so much energy into that team. I can't not, especially with the injuries and kind of the lackluster field. I will say, to make this a little spicy, maybe not a little spicy, but provide a little entertainment value, I will eat crow. I told you guys at the start of the year that I didn't see Teteroa McMillan. I can't even say the name.
Teteroa
McMillan.
McMillan, thank you.
T-Mac. Call him
I
T-Mac.
didn't see him or Tyler Warren. I said, book it. They're going to have terrible years. And man, those guys look good. They
do.
So I don't know if they'll win, but they have proved this guy wrong. So good for them.
True.
Next award, we don't have to talk about it all. Defensive Player of the Year. Congratulations, Myles fucking Garrett, for being the scariest human being on a field this year. 5 sacks in a game is unbelievable.
He's just the best. He's just the best. I mean, we can talk about Myles Garrett for a minute here, but it's his award. The weird thing I will say is Micah Parsons is still favorite to win it.
No, he's not.
I
get that.
That's ridiculous.
Myles Garrett's at plus 300. Micah
is
Parsons
amazing.
at plus 190. Here's the thing I was talking about with Schmeigs this weekend. Even though Micah Parsons doesn't have the sack numbers of Myles Garrett or Brian Burns right now, what he does is he affects the entire D-line and entire defense of that Packers team. Rashawn Gary right now has more sacks than Micah Parsons, and I promise you it's because teams are focusing on Micah Parsons a ton. I promise you that much. He's, I think Myles Garrett's the best defensive player in the world, but I think right behind him is Micah Parsons. I think those are the top two right now. Bless you twice, Schmeigs, by the way. The audio didn't pick it up.
I'm sorry.
But I did. I watched. I'm a good friend. Bless you.
Got you.
But yeah, Myles Garrett, dude. I mean, that might be the best football player on the planet. I'm not even kidding you. I don't think I'll have much contention with you guys on that one. Schmeigs, I'm assuming your pick is Myles Garrett as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Puna
I like
Ford.
Myles Garrett
I was
quite a
expecting
bit.
Puna Ford there or Leonard Williams.
A Seahawk.
Yeah.
I think the strength of the Seahawks
we don't
is
need
like,
to hear it.
No.
I'm gonna go
you're
player
cut
by
off.
player just to get. No, I'm
You're
just kidding.
I was expecting a JSN argument. Unironically, JSN is so good at offense, it keeps our defense off the field, and he should be Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, close. I want to talk about Sam Darnold. No, if anything, if I'm gonna make a wild argument for anyone, and it's hard to right now after this last Titans game, it would be Derwin James.
Yeah,
Just because I think he's been I think Derwin James has been an absolute freak in the games I've watched.
He's the best
I
safety in the
don't
NFL.
know. He is when you talk about affecting a game in a way you don't in a way that's not measured by stats. Just the fact that he's in there and as an offensive coordinator, you don't know where he's lining up. You don't know if he's blitzing or dropping their coverage, and no matter where he goes, he's a threat, and you
Yep.
need to account for him. I'm a huge Derwin James fan. That's my fun pick, but it's got to go to Myles Garrett.
Yep, I agree. Next up, though, I already know Schmeigs' pick for this one. We got Offensive Player of the Year. Now, we'll just start with Schmeigs right here because we can all guess who his top two are going to be.
Yep.
Put in your work.
Dude,
Make your case. We already know. Just say it. It's okay. It's going to be okay. It's all right.
I think it's Jason.
Yep,
I want it to be
is.
Jason so bad. And it's not even that. Well, first off, Jason's just having a phenomenal season. Beyond the fact that he's leading in receiving yards by over 100 yards, and the next closest guy hasn't had his bye week yet. So Jason's leading by 100 yards over a guy who's played an extra game than him. A lot of that's due to injuries. But then I look at the running back position, and I think it could be CMC. But other than that, it's just, they're both trending for about the same amount of yards. CMC has more touchdowns, but I just want to be Jason. I think you could make a solid argument for CMC. I don't see anyone putting Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan Robinson over him after these last 2 weeks.
All right. Well, me and Carter are both
let
making
me-
faces, and I think it's because we have the same player in mind. But go ahead.
Yes,
Go ahead.
it's Jonathan Taylor. It's the guy
Thank you.
leading the league in
Thank you.
touchdowns.
Oh,
It is
Jesus.
the man
Thank you.
who had
Thank
4
you.
games with 3 touchdowns in those games. You said running backs, and I was like, ooh, CMC is a great pick. But oh my gosh, Jonathan Taylor's been insane.
That's fair.
He's the overwhelming favorite right now. He's at minus 135.
He deserves it. I'm gonna stick with this. I still want it to be Puka. I said Puka before the season. I still
you
think
did.
it should be.
That was a good call.
Puka.
That was a good call.
But I wanted Puka. JSN, man, oh man, I didn't think we'd be saying his name as much as we have, and he is playing like a top 3 receiver in the NFL right now. We have to give him his flowers. He looks ridiculous. If Jonathan Taylor,
Schmeigs is laughing at you saying top 3. By the way, I just want to point that out.
I think he is.
Laughing. I'm laughing because I can't believe one bad game and I forgot about Jonathan Taylor. That's absolutely. The
I
right
thought you
pick.
were like laughing, and
That's
you're
why
like,
I'm
he's
laughing.
number
I'm laughing at
1.
myself.
He's the number 1 receiver.
However,
I don't know. I don't know.
Christian McCaffrey is playing crazy. He just passed Marshall Faulk for the most games in a career with a receiving and rushing touchdown in the game. And a huge reason they are still competitive in winning these games is him consistently running and catching the ball and being a safety blanket for Mac Jones that can turn a 2-yard catch into a 15-yard play because he's so freaking athletic.
Schmeigs, who was your offensive player of the year prediction before the season started? Because I know mine, and we know Carter's.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Okay, so mine was Jamar Chase. So all of ours are still having pretty damn good seasons.
Yeah, they are.
My number 1 is Jonathan Taylor. I mean, it's his to lose at this point. He's been freaking believable this year. I mean, JSN's also been awesome. It would be cool to see a Seahawk win it. That's all the glaze I'll give them because honestly, there's enough to spread around with Schmeigs doing it himself. So, but another one that I really want to see. I really, really want to see. All I want to see is Jamar Chase get a triple crown again. I want to see him back to back. That is all I want so badly. I say it to you guys all the time. It would be the coolest thing ever to see someone back to back triple crown. I mean, it's never happened before. There's a reason only 7 guys maybe have gotten it ever. So that's what I want to see. But obviously, Jonathan Taylor, as of right now, Offensive Player of the Year. But we got the big award. We got the Big Boy Award. Most valuable player, the most exciting one every single year.
Let's go ahead and start, Dom.
There's 2 players I have in mind. Okay, for MVP, they are the 2 favorites as of right now. Number 1. Now, I'm not saying number 1 ranking, just number 1 as of who I'm speaking about. Drake May. He's been incredible this year. I'm not even being biased by saying this. It's kind of like Schmeigs talking about JSN. He's top 2 in the odds. Like, Drake May has completely changed his team around. We literally, in a single offseason, have gone from a team who used to lose, nearly every single game. We won 3 games back-to-back seasons, and we had, top 4 picks back-to-back seasons. Just unbelievable how much he's turned this team around, and he's playing just incredible football, throwing to not that great of weapons. I mean, Stephon Diggs looks really good. Outside of that, it's a bunch of dudes who everybody counted out. Like, this team looks so good, and it's because of Drake May on offense, at least offensively. He's setting records that Tom Brady never even had. It's pretty crazy to see just how good he is. But my number one, he's going to be my favorite player in the NFL, Josh Allen. I mean, I think he goes back-to-back. I truly think he goes back-to-back MVPs. I think he's the first player to do it since Aaron Rodgers back in 2020 and 2021. He's just been incredible, and he just beat Mahomes on Sunday. Like, those were the top 2 guys right there before this week ended, and Josh Allen, he cooked him. I'm not going to lie. If he keeps playing like he is right now, he is a very obvious MVP for back-to-back years. One player I will put in there, though, Lamar Jackson, if he didn't get hurt, could very well be in this conversation as well. Because he has 14 touchdowns on the season, and he missed like a month worth of games, dude. It's unbelievable just how good he is. He's on pace for like... Yeah, he's on pace for like 30 touchdowns right now, and he's missing like pretty much a fourth of the season. It's just unbelievable how good he is. It would be interesting to see if he keeps playing like this, if he does end up winning MVP. But as of right now, Josh Allen is my number one. I don't see anybody else winning it. We'll see how it goes. I like how good Herbert's been playing all year long. He would be my third pick, but Josh Allen, number one, stamping it. That's my king. I think he's winning back-to-back. Thoughts?
All right. I agree.
There we go.
That's
all I like to hear.
I think, you know what? I truly think the field is wide open still. Okay. And I mean that because when we talked just 3 weeks ago. It was 3 or 4 weeks ago. Josh Allen was minus 100. You had to bet 50 to win 50. And we said, well, would you take Josh Allen or the field? We had that talk. And Josh Allen then dropped down to, I think, plus 550 and now back up to plus 150. I just don't think any quarterback has distinguished himself enough. I mean, Baker got crushed by the Lions. Josh Allen had that rough game against the Falcons. Patrick Mahomes just got crushed by the Bills. It's kind of glazed. The only 2 quarterbacks I've seen who I haven't looked at them and said, man, this guy got completely stifled has been Drake May. And Matthew Stafford. And to a lesser extent, I'm glazing again, but he's in the odds with these guys. To a lesser extent, Sam Darnold. But those guys aren't so I kind of want to say Drake May and Matthew Stafford over Josh Allen just for that. But I think it's anyone's game. And we know Josh Allen can take over. So I know that but if we're going to go off a small sample size, I want to shout out a quarterback who I think should be in the MVP conversation for just the starts he's been allowed to have.
Tyler Shuck.
Last 3 weeks, over 1,000 yards, over 10 touchdowns, multiple games of plus 35 yards. Joe Flacco.
Yeah, valid.
Anyways,
valid.
I'm just going to.
I like it. I like it. The one thing I will say is I to your point about, Josh Allen, jumping up and down. The one thing I will say is it's even when it wasn't him, it's been him or somebody else. Like Josh Allen's name has been there every single time. And when someone is that consistent, I think that, it's not just an anomaly at that point. I think at this point, it would make him the MVP because everybody else has been, the other person. Well, Josh Allen has been, one of the two. So, and he's on pace for his 6th 40-plus touchdown season in a row, which unbelievable. Carter, make your case.
I agree with all of your picks. Just a couple things that just came to mind. Daniel Jones was looking insane until he got crushed by the Steelers. You never know. He could have one bad game. He could go off for another 6 weeks.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You never know.
That's a great pick.
And I hate this. I thought he would be terrible this year, but Aaron Rodgers has looked pretty good. Not MVP level, but Aaron Rodgers looks pretty dang good. I have to give him his flowers. The only other name that we haven't talked about that I came up with that I would love to see is who we just talked about, Jonathan Taylor. I want a non-quarterback to win this award. Will it ever happen again? Probably not. But if there is a guy
we've
who
talked
could
about
do
before.
it might be Jonathan. If he could have 28, 29, 30 touchdowns and lead the league in rushing, have 18, 1900 yards, maybe there's a chance if they win as the number one seed in the AFC. I think that right now I would probably go Josh Allen or Drake May. I think Mahomes still, even though he had one bad game, I think Mahomes still has a really good shot.
He's had a few bad games, if we're being honest here. Those
Mm,
first
I
couple games
still
of the season were
Yes.
horrendous.
Yes.
no, they were not.
Yes,
were not
they
that.
were. Yes,
No,
they
they were
were.
not, but
They were not
I
MVP worthy at all. Let's be
Yeah.
for real.
Maybe.
They were
I'd
0
agree
2,
with
dude.
that.
I think that I guess my point is everyone is going to have it's a 17 game season. Everyone's
agree
gonna
with
have
that.
2 or 3 down weeks,
But-
you know.
But what
So
I
we'll
will
see.
say,
It's open.
what I will say on that is, it's halfway through the season, and pretty much half of Mahomes' games have not been very good. So I don't think he should be anywhere near the MVP discussions, especially after this last game where he played really bad and also got pooped on by his own O-line. So I don't know. I don't think he should be up there. One thing I will say to your Jonathan Taylor point, if he somehow breaks LaDainian Tomlinson's record and he doesn't win the fucking MVP, I will actually be furious. That's all I have to
Yeah,
say.
same.
If he somehow hits 32 touchdowns and he doesn't get MVP, literally no running back or wide receiver will ever win MVP again at that rate. I just don't see it happening because we've had some really good running back and wide receiver seasons over the years, and they haven't gotten it.
Or what about Jamar
Thinking-
Chase? Do you think a receiver could do it if Jamar Chase had 2,000 receiving yards and won the Triple Crown?
If Jamar Chase had 2,000 receiving yards and also broke Randy Moss's single season touchdown record, I could probably see it happening. But
it would need to happen.
But at the same time, it's like, if Joe Burrow's throwing him to him that scenario, or Joe Flacco is, whoever his QB is, do they win it?
We'll win it. Yeah.
Because I think the
It's-
only
it's
way
hard.
that happens is if it's two different QBs. Like, Joe Burrow
Yeah,
plays half the
like
season,
this year.
gets hurt. Joe Flacco plays the rest of the season, and Jamar Chase has game winners and just takes over. It's just so hard. It's so hard for a wide receiver or
Yeah.
running back to do it anymore. It sucks because obviously QB is the most important position, most valuable, but
Sling the rock, man.
when other players are elevating a team, I think you got to at least give them consideration. But yeah, I would love to see Jonathan
Good picks.
Taylor win it as well. But I think it's Josh Allen back to back. That's my final pick. We'll see how it goes though.